This curse, so we going through this curse. So we're going to find out. Read.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
So the Most High God said, you will be cursed in the city. Brother, everywhere you go, we are cursed in the city. We on the bottom. The so-called black man, the so-called Mexican man, the so-called Indian man, we're on the bottom. We're on the bottom, brother. In the cities, wherever you go, there's poverty for our people. We in the ghettos, we in the slums. We stay in the poor conditions. We get the bad food. We get bad health plans. We get all this stuff here, brother. Because we are destroyed. Because we didn't keep the commandments. Read.
Cursed shall thou be in the field.
Cursed shall thou be in the field. Cursed shall thou be in the work field. We're the last hired, the first fired, right? They always find us from our job all the time. They always get mad at us because we do things better, right? It says cursed in the field. Okay, now you might be a little young, but you know about the sugarcane field. You know about your people being enslaved. That was a curse to us. Picking watermelon, that's a curse. These things are not blessing to our people. We are yet this day. What's going on, young brother? Come find out who you are according to the Bible, man. Give us 5 minutes, man. Give us 5 minutes, brother. We'll give you the world out here. Don't do that to the Most High God, man. Because our people don't understand that the Most High God will put you to death even being a young man. Read.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So the Most High God say, for your disobedience, your sons and your daughters should be given to another people. What is that talking about? Your sons and your daughters should be given to another people, not your people, somebody else. Some other man coming in your house, taking your child. And you can't do nothing about that. Whether it's DCF coming and getting your children because they're not going to school, somebody's coming and get your children. What nation of people will come and do that? That come and stole people from their land, stole people from their parents. The so-called white man. He came and done this here. He came and stole us in slavery. He stole us from the west coast of Africa and brought us here. He brought us here, brother. But the reason why he brought us here, God led him to bring us here. Because we didn't keep his commandments. Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand.
So the Most High God say, y'all gonna go into slavery. So we were sold in slavery. You ever seen some slave movies before? When they were sold and the woman was crying for her daughter, crying for her son. She cried all day long. There's nothing we can do about that. When them people come and take us from our parents, sold to Mr. Johnson over there in Lake Placid for $300. Sold to Mr. Teddy or Mr. White over there in Port Charlotte for $500. Ain't nothing we can do. These was curses put up on our people. We were sold in slavery. We was the only people that was sold in slavery like that. Bought on slave ships. That's recorded in the Bible too. Read.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, a byword among all nations, whether the Lord should lead thee.
It says, thou shalt become an astonishment. Like, wow. Look at those Mexicans out there, they picking that orange like they taking all our jobs. That's astonishment. They're astonished when they see stuff like that there. So now they go saying bywords and bywords. A byword is saying, okay, you're a Mexican. That's a byword. That's not who you really are. That's something somebody titled you. Y'all are some hard-working people, man. Yeah. In the Bible, y'all would be with a donkey. That's a hard-working animal, man. That's why y'all. That's why y'all y'all gather together. Y'all got unity. Yeah. That's unity. You know how some people say, well, dang, it's 5 or 6 people in one house. That's a good thing. That's a real good thing. Don't never be ashamed of that, brother. Because everybody chipping in. And after them 5 or 6 people in the house, one person get him something, he move out. Next person get him something, he move out. Read.
Verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them. For they shall go into captivity.
So go on what?
For they shall go into captivity.
Captivity is slavery. You know? It says, thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but not enjoy them. Our young men, our parents don't even get the joy. Well, the parents don't even get the joy of the young children no more. Because they go into juvenile detention. They've been killed in the streets. The parents don't even get the joy of the children no more. Because they probably not even home. These things happen to our people. What's up, sisters? How y'all doing today? Y'all give us a minute. Come give us a minute. Come find out who you are according to the Bible. Y'all are the children of Israel. Come on, step up. How y'all doing? What's your name, sis? Huh? Symphony. Hey, Symphony. What's your name, sis? Huh? St. Oh, St. Curry. How y'all doing today? What's going on, brother? Do y'all know who y'all are according to the Bible? Don't leave nowhere, brother. Do y'all know who y'all are according to the Bible? What have y'all? Do y'all know anything about the Bible? Anybody in the Bible? Do y'all know that Christ is a so-called black man according to the Bible? Well, matter of fact, hold on. I had to spoil that. What color y'all think Christ is? Be honest. What color y'all think is? What color y'all think Christ is in the angels? White? White? Crystal Blanco? Yeah. White? We all been lied to. What if I can show you that Christ is a so-called black man? That it look just like us? Got woolly hair and everything. Would you think different then? Would you say, well, okay, then the people that told us that, they had to been lying to us? That's what we come out to do. We come and teach our people and bring down the strongholds, because we've been lied to as a people. We've been said that Christ is a so-called white man with long hair and blue eyes. He come to save us. If these people put us in captivity and enslaved us, you think a white man gonna come and save us out of the sky? Right. So you mean tell me you looking for a white man to save you, and he done killed our people, he done raped them, murdered them, hung them on trees? That doesn't make sense. These people tell us that to keep us down. We come out here to lift our people up. We are the Hebrew Israelites. Y'all are Hebrews. Right. What would be your dad? A so-called African American? Your father? African American? Your father? Y'all would be from the tribe of Judah, the same tribe Christ is from. Y'all are Judites, according to the Bible. You're not niggas. You're not African Americans. You're not black. You're not colored. I'm asking you a question. Are you black like his sweater? What color? We were different shades of brown. So that's another lie that they have told us, right? So when they tell us when we sign our application, we put African American. How can you be African and American? How can you be from two different continents? That's not possible. And how can you stem from a white man? Africanos, what his name is, brother?
And Leos Scipios Africanos.
These were map makers, right? We're going to show you the color of Christ according to the Bible. Read.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Anyone y'all know what Revelation mean? It's okay if you don't mean that. That's a good thing. It means reveal, right? Read.
The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to shew unto his servant things which must shortly come to pass.
God gave this brother John revelation to reveal something to him, things that must come to pass. So if people say, well, Christ is all type of colors, how can it be? There is a record of what color Christ is. Read.
And he sent and sanctified it by his angels unto his servant John, who bear record.
What?
Who bear record.
These are records of Christ. And you might hear people say, well, ain't nobody never seen Christ. We have seen Christ before. John the Baptist have seen Christ before. Read.
Who bear record of the word of God and of the testimony of Jesus Christ and of all things that he saw.
He saw this now. So he's seen Christ. If I see you, I'm looking at you all the way down, sis. Looking at your hair, your feet, everything. Right? Read.
Verse 12. And I turned to see the voice that spoke unto me.
John said he turned to see the voice that spoke unto him. Like I'm speaking to y'all. How y'all stopped and turned? That's the way John turned when he heard the voice. Read.
And being turned, I saw the 7 golden candlesticks. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with the garment down to the foot.
So Christ had a garment. That means like a long garment on down to his feet, all the way down. Yeah, you know, a garment is like something that you pull over, you know, and it got fringes on it, and it comes down, way down to the knees. That's what a garment is. Garments would be clothes today. It would be your clothes that you have on, right? This how they was dressed in the Bible, right? Read.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Around his pap, he had a golden girdle. Because you ever figure about how we love gold, why we love gold so much? Because Christ loved gold. That's embedded in us to love gold, right? Read.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs was white like wool.
Say that again.
His hair and his head was white like wool.
So it says his hair and his head was white like wool. What does that mean? Woolly in texture. Don't y'all have woolly hair? We have woolly hair. And white in texture because Christ had white hair. You know, you ever heard a person that stressed out so much and they have to go to turning white? It was older. So he had woolly hair, right? It was texture and it was white. Read.
As white as snow.
White as what?
As white as snow. And his eyes was as a flame of fire.
His eyes was as a flame of fire. Now, when you see that picture of that Caucasian man, what color is his eyes, sis? The white man with the picture that look like this here, look like a hippie. His eyes are red. What color are white people's eyes?
Blue.
Yeah, their eyes are blue, but Christ's eyes is red because he drunk wine. He was a mad brother. He was mad because our people were stiff-necked and hard-headed. He had to come and die for stiff-necked, hard-headed people, right? And he know he had to go through a lot of stuff. He had to go through a lot of suffering for his people. He had to be spit on. He had to be put on a tree and hung for us to walk around right now and have a little bit of freedom that we got. But we're gonna get back to it. Read.
Verse 15. And his feet was like unto fine brass.
Now, what color is brass, brother? Say his feet was like on fine brass. Read.
And his feet was like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
Let me ask you a question, sister on the cell phone. You had to put you out a little bit. Okay, now if you burn something in a furnace, what color will it come out? Say for instance, the furnace today would be the stove or microwave. If you leave that thing on there too long, what would it be? Okay, read that again.
And his feet was like unto fine brass, as if he burned in a furnace.
Read it.
And his voice was the sound of many waters.
So it says his feet was like unto fine brass, like it burnt into a furnace. Right. So that's telling me that Christ is a so-called black man, right? Now I'm asking you, sister, are your feet and your arms and your rest of your body is the same color your feet, right? Not the bottom of your feet, the top of your feet. So the top of your feet, sisters, is not like the rest of your legs. It's the same color. So Christ will be today. Christ will be a so-called black man. So y'all learn that the Messiah is a so-called black man. So what they teach us in these schools, or you might go to your big mama house, you got a picture of that white guy there. So now you know that anytime you see a picture with that guy holding the peace sign and sitting there, that white guy, you know that's a lie. That is the devil according to the Bible. That's right. He is the devil according to the Bible, sister. Right. Yeah, we can prove that. What you got for me, Mal?
This is the book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 30.
We're going to show you that as color in the Bible. Because a lot of people think that, a lot of people teach that these are so-called white men. These men in the Bible, these prophets, were so-called black men. Men of different shades of color. When I was in Christianity church, when I was going to church, sister, I thought Christ was a white man. And I thought the angels was white. Nobody told me that. They lied to me. We come to break down these strongholds that have been on our people for a long time. So now when you go to your mother and your dad, you say, I found out today when I went to the fair to have a nice time, I found out Christ was a black man. Right. And they're going to say, oh, where you find that from? You go to Revelations, chapter 1, verse 13 and 14. Y'all can remember that? Revelations, the last book in the Bible, Revelations, chapter 1, verse 13 and 14. Show that Christ is a so-called black man. Read.
This is the book of the prophet Job, chapter 30 and verse 30. My skin is black upon me.
Job said, my skin is black upon me. Read.
And my bones are burned with heat.
My bones are burned from heat because I've been in the heat all day. So these are so-called black men in the Bible. Sister, they will teach you that there's no color in the Bible. It's color in the Bible. Right? Read.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourning.
Say that again.
Judah mourning.
The Jews are in mourning. Look, ain't our people are in mourning? We're in mourning because we don't have a lot of things. We're suffering. We're seeing our people die. Our elder people die. Our grandmas, our brothers and sisters. We're going to funeral every other week. Judahs are mourning. We are mourning. We're in a mourning stage. We're not happy right now. We got nothing to be happy about. We get our stimulus, our $600 stimulus, we spend it on trash and stuff. Now we back broke again. Read.
And the gate thereof language.
The gates thereof language. Our gates will be our community. They language. They in pain. Read.
They are black unto the ground.
What the Jews are
black unto the ground.
It says the Jews are black unto the ground. I told y'all come from the tribe of Judah. The Jews are black. Not those people with those big black hats on, them big old shoes on, with the curly hair and the big beard. They're not Jews. They are the devil according to the Bible. We are the true Jews. We are the true people of God. We have to come back to our nationality and our keeping his commandments. Don't you know that it's not cool for a woman to wear pants? Y'all ever heard of that? We're going to teach you in the Bible what you're supposed to wear, sister. You know? according to the Bible. We're not trying to get on you. We're not trying to down you or nothing. But we have to tell our people the truth according to the Bible. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman should not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So what do you think that's talking about? It says a woman should not wear pertaineth unto what a man wear. What does a man wear that y'all wear? What else? No, not like that. Like what y'all have on now? Pants. That's what y'all should not be wearing pants, because the brother, I can understand the brother wearing the pants because he has to zip something out, right? Y'all don't have to zip nothing out.